I want you to get together.
Hello everyone. When one has been swimming in the sea of conspiratorial perspectives for long enough, it becomes second nature to view every new experience of a special event or place through the corrupt filtered lenses of each topic you've researched. Be it the cinema to watch that latest blockbuster, the theatre for the hottest show of the season, the arena for the latest sports ball final, the theme park for the thrill of overpriced food and waiting in long queues for 30 seconds of nonsense. It's all too easy for those of us who research this stuff to be constantly scouring the landscape before us for the hidden messages, esoteric symbolism, and subtle influences that lead the mind to follow the agenda of the controllers. Festivals, concerts, parades, fashion shows, unveilings, that new streaming series everyone's talking about. I mean, there's very little that's created to be consumed by the masses through mainstream sources that isn't poisoned with ideological predictive programming for the new current thing. And of course, the next sinister thing to come. To the mind of a conspiracy researcher, no longer can a family outing of something seemingly innocent be just that. Everything is ruined. Okay, so maybe I'm being a little overdramatic. We do have to take this world with a pinch of laughter because, yes, it is very corrupt and dark most of the time. And yes, those of us watching videos like this one notice it a lot more now our eyes are permanently open and unable to blink, metaphorically speaking. But there are some moments, if you pay attention, that are truly wonderful, uncorrupted, and a testament to God and why this life is a life worth living. However, I know many of you who sit in the choir section listening to me preach right now can find that hard to believe. We certainly can be a morbid bunch sometimes, can't we? And of course, I'm no better most of the time. I can't remember the last time I didn't watch a film without annoying my wife about how the symbolism in this thing is obviously satanic. Even though the Satanism is buried under 10 layers of irony and obscured symbolism, literally no one but myself, and many of you guys watching right now, would recognise. But I'll be damned if I'm going to let the bastards get me down. If I go on holiday to France, I'm going to eat croissants, drink coffee, and go to Disneyland. And I won't focus on the intense architecture that surrounds me, which could possibly be built by a civilization that way surpassed our own before a global reset not that long ago. And our history's timeline could be a total lie, and maybe that 1,000-year millennial reign of Christ we've heard about already happened, and we are now in the little season spoke of in the Bible, living in the ruins of that glorious kingdom, currently ruled by Lucifer. I'm going to glory at the beauty of the cathedrals, and I won't consider that the original purpose of these structures was more energetically practical than spiritual, possibly used as power stations or healing centres via etheric energies that once engulfed our realm. I'll go with my family to Disneyland and have a magical time, ignoring the fractal design sculptures of demons, animals, aliens and monsters scattered around the park that look suspiciously like the striped fractal representations of the disembodied Nephilim jesters and clowns in the spirit realm I've been showing on my channel for over 7 years. I'll enjoy my €50 hot dog and fries after trolling through an endless array of merchandise stores that sell the same slave labour produced crap and not worry that I'm funding one of the richest and most influential companies to ever exist that owns pretty much everything in the world of entertainment, created by a man with ties to Freemasonry and animated cartoons seeped in occult symbolism, who also had a Club 33 at his original park. I'll watch the hourly parade of lively dancers in character costumes and not think about how they represent characters from movies that promote acceptance of witchcraft, monsters, magic, transhumanism, and the occult as perfectly benign and fun for children. while the animators also embedded subliminal sexual imagery into the same works aimed at kids. I'll eat sweets in the entrance courtyard and not think about how amazing these structures look from a distance, but then how cheap and fake all of these facades for these buildings look when examined up close. I won't then consider that the amazing buildings seen in photos of old world fairs really could just have been made with plaster and wood, and probably were just temporary structures, and maybe the Tartarian researchers really have just fallen for a rehashed interpretation of Anatoly Fomenko's alternative history theory, who himself seems to be heavily steeped in the occult wisdoms and Satanism through his artwork. Nope, I'm going to enjoy my holiday, thank you very much, and eat my Mickey Mouse shaped cookie. It doesn't matter that I'm surrounded with adults without children who are so cultishly obsessed with infantile cartoons from their childhood that they don as many Disney brand items of clothing they possibly can, including the black ears, in an attempt to out-Disney the Disney file right next to them. This is a family holiday. I'm here to switch off and have fun. Okay, so that's enough of that. Honestly, I did actually have a nice time being away with my lovely wife and son. It was nice to get to experience a new culture and just be away from home and work for a short time. Paris truly is a beautiful city, and every street was awe-inspiring for sure. It's just a shame it was full of French people. No, I'm just kidding. I hope the French viewers don't take that too seriously. The real point of this video is to help those who research the things we do to know that it's perfectly normal for you to view the world through different filters when you start to look into different theories, but also for them to remember that you have a life to live, and it can be easily missed if your attention is elsewhere. If you're new to this kind of subject matter, it can get really intense very quickly, and if you're not careful and don't take steps to ground yourself, you could literally go insane. Or at least that's how it will look to everyone else around you. I remember when I first started researching alternative cosmologies, for example. I found it very overwhelming to look up at the stars, because for the first time in my life, I was considering that those tiny dots of light that used to be billions of miles away could now possibly be only a few miles away, and not suns at all. This, combined with the research into UFOs and flying orbs of light, was utterly terrifying, and I was scared to look up at night time. After looking into weather modification for the first time, I couldn't view a plane with a trail the same ever again, and I was anxious to leave the house whenever I saw the webbing effect created by these trails. And when I first discovered the Tartarian theme stuff, suddenly every building was suspicious to me, and a simple drive to the shops became a hunt for Antiquitech. When I first understood demons and their origins in the spiritual realm, every object in my room became a possible gateway for them to enter my life, and my dreams became more than simply visions created by my imagination. The moment I realized that secret societies control everything we see and hear through media, and they worship Lucifer, I couldn't bear to watch television or listen to music without utterly deconstructing it to its basic messages and symbols. And I began to hate that my loved ones couldn't see it, no matter how much I tried to show them. I experienced these life-changing paradigm shifts on a monthly basis, as I learned something new and swam deeper and deeper into the abyss. But there was one particular thing that I learnt that helped me to resurface and take a deep breath. Now, this isn't me offering you any proof for why I got to this conclusion, but simply where I got to through my own personal experiences, explained in my other videos. So I realized these things. Not only is the devil real, but so was God. After I came to this realization, the fear filter that came over every new discovery suddenly dropped. I could now look up at the sky happily, knowing that whatever the shape of our reality, I was safe, and had a life to live within it. I could see the fake cloud formations and know that it's a vain attempt to play God and control nature, and I would still be safe from whatever they sprayed through him. I could look at buildings of possible hidden pasts and know that they were still just man-made structures on Earth that will crumble to dust in the end, and are crooked when compared to the glory of his creation. I could withstand the barrage of demonically inspired media and literal attacks, knowing they were powerless in the face of someone who understood our authority over them in Christ's name. This isn't to say that I suddenly started living a blissfully ignorant life and began to ignore the obvious evils everywhere. No. I was still hyper-aware of everything I had learned, but no longer did I let myself give in to fear over such things. And once again I could enjoy being alive. Everything is still ruined, but within the ruins, I still see a life worth living. I suppose I finally understood what Psalms 23 was talking about. Thanks for listening, guys. And if you like what you saw and want to see more, make sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to press that little bell icon so you never miss a post. Thank you to all my patrons for your continuing support. It means the world to me. And thanks to you, I can continue to do what I do. If you want to help support me, you can find the links to sign up below. As a patron, you can gain exclusive access to little posts and sneak peeks of future projects I'm working on. There's also a sponsor option there for anyone who wants me to promote their small business, book or channel on a monthly basis. You can message me directly if you wish to try it out and want more information at understandingconspiracy@gmail.com. Just a quick finishing note, guys. I have also released a new Teespring store collection of merchandise for those hardcore supporters of mine who just want to show a little more team spirit. So please follow the links below and check out what's on offer there too. Thanks for listening, guys. And as always, God bless.
I want you to get together.